Hello followers and welcome back to MrMFretwell Plays Minecraft, and in today's episode we're going to be working on the lab, and my aim today is to try and finish it. At least the actual building, maybe not the interior so much, but definitely the actual building itself. But before we get right into that, I do want to show you what I did between the last episode and this one. And it's not in that chest. I did go on another quartz run. I brought back 10 stacks of Silk Touch quartz, and I got, I think, maybe 2 and a bit stacks of glowstone as well. So, kind of built those supplies up a little bit. Not so much for this build, but for the farms and stuff like that, we are going to need a little bit more quartz. So, I went on a mission to get that, and we'll probably work on that in the next episode. So, why don't we go over here and take a look at the lab. So, this right here, I will explain in a minute, but thus far, we've worked on the lab, and we've kind of just done little bits and pieces and messed with ideas and stuff. But I think that the best way for me to complete the lab is actually by doing a large portion of it off camera. Now, what I'm thinking of doing is sort of like a montage of me actually wrapping up the lab here, because it requires a lot of thought and a lot of design aspects to it. So what I think I would like to do is perhaps kind of string together a bunch of screenshots and little video clips of progress that's been made on this as we finish it. So that's what I think I'm going to do. To give you an idea of what is actually still needed to be done, we need to put in the entire second floor and a staircase, and we're also going to move the nether portal in here at some point. And we may do that afterwards. And possibly, depending on how long the montage and that goes on for, we may look at doing something else. I have some ideas of things that I would like to do. We could finish up the farm building. I could do that, or we could do something else. There's so much that I could end up doing, so there's that to look forward to as well. So I'm going to get some supplies together here, and I'm going to start work on the lab. Okay guys, so a quick progress update here. As you can see, we are probably about halfway done now. I have finished all of the clay, and I've also half slabbed and put in the roof for about half of the building. We've just got the last big part of the building here to go, and then after that we will be done. Okay guys, so there we go. The lab is now finally built, and here it is, as you can see. I hope you enjoyed that montage there of me putting together the lab. So all of this is now finished. It took a lot of supplies, got a little bit of black stained glass left over, but I really like it. One thing I'm going to do real quick is actually turn down the music. It seems pretty loud for some reason. Alright, so now what we're going to do for the rest of today's episode is we're going to be kind of doing a little bit of work around the lab. There's a couple of things I want to implement into it that we kind of haven't done yet. So I'm going to take this down, as we don't really need this now. And you, my friend, you should burn to death, I think, now. Ah, look at that. Just punch him, he was at half a heart, and down. Oh dear. Alright, so let's take a look inside the lab here. So, I've got all these supplies here which I still have to move yet, bits and pieces that were left over. I hunted some squid using the Fairblade sword here because it had looting on it to get all of this black stained glass together. So the things that we still need to work on are really getting lighting fixed up in here. We don't really have a good solution for that yet. We just have a load of torches in here. And also I want to work a little bit on the sort of exterior to the lab. Right here, I actually want to put in a deck-in area. Just kind of like just a simple deck-in decorative type outside place as well. So I think we should go ahead and get some supplies for that and then begin to work on it. So I'm going to go ahead and get those supplies. Alright guys, so I got these supplies together. I have some oak wood, which I just chopped down. And man, do I love efficiency 5 on an axe. It makes chopping down trees quite fun, actually. Really useful to actually be able to get lots of a certain wood type pretty quickly. So let's start on this decking area here first. And what I'm thinking I want to do is sort of tear this out up to around maybe here. Let's start and get some oak in here. I chose oak because I think that oak probably is going to look best with everything else that we've got going on. And let's kind of bring this out a little bit here. I do want to kind of have an under area to the decking as well. Even if it's only one high, because it does give a pretty nice effect, I think. So now if I use fences here and kind of... Okay, so yeah, it's not going to connect to the glass, which is what I want. How far do I want it to go? I think there is probably good. Let's sort of bring this out a little here. And we'll knock that down. I want to add some steps. And just use some dirt here as a temporary block while we work on getting in those steps. And I'm going to fill this in with my terrible block placement. Let's see here. I don't have much oak left. That went quick. Alright, so we've kind of got the basics of a deck here. And we're going to have a gate in the middle of that. Underneath here I would like to have some fences. That's not really going to work there, so we'll have to probably put in a plank. Yep. And over here, the same sort of thing. Just modify the terrain a little bit. There we go. Doesn't look too bad, I don't think. Now then, let's think about this here. Would upside down stairs look any better? I mean, I guess it wouldn't look too bad from above, but below it doesn't look so great. So I guess we'll put that back for the time being, I guess. I don't really like that look, to be honest with you, underneath here with the fences. Seems too bulky, this wood right here. So I don't know whether I'm going to stick with that. What does it look like from up here? It doesn't look too bad from up here. We are going to put in some lights. That's one thing we're going to do. And we'll do that right here. Oops. Now we're stuck. Let me see. I need to get outside as best we can. We have to be careful of that. We don't want to fall in there. So for this, it's pretty easy. Just got to put down some levers and some lamps. So let's go ahead and do that. There we go. Same thing here. The only problem is efficiency 5. Oh, and I've lost that one. So many things that I need on my bar here, and I suppose I didn't really need the pickaxe. I guess I could have taken that off. Let's reorganize my inventory a little bit better here. We want that. There we go. That looks a bit better. And it's nighttime already? Jeez, that goes fast. So there's that. So the deck's pretty well lit. I am going to have to do something with the levers, though. They look pretty ugly under there. I'm going to just go past the night here real quick. And we'll probably look at that a little bit more before moving on. Here we go. I just don't want to deal with the mobs right now. So we'll pass the night here. But it doesn't look too bad initially. Like, on this top area, it doesn't look too bad. It's just kind of underneath. It doesn't look so great. Man, so many bugs. It's just like, you can't eat. It just makes you right-click on the fence. Not very useful. So, would I want to change this in any way? I mean, I don't really like the fences too much. So if I remove the fences, would the upside down stairs then look good? Yeah, they don't look too bad. Obviously grass has got to spread back to that, but that doesn't look too bad actually. So let's try knocking these out. I think where there is a solid block next to it, it's probably gonna look better with a solid block. There we go. Oops. We want to go around the corner. Can't really do too much with that. It doesn't look like. Yeah, we'll just end up doing that, which... Actually, that doesn't look so bad. It looks a little odd, though. And we can't really do that. Maybe if I brought it down, like, one more, and then added these a little bit further forward, perhaps? How do I want to do this? Like that, I guess? Obviously not that far, but we then have that going on there. I think we've messed this up somehow. Oh wait, no we haven't. It's just that it kind of off-balances the fences a little bit, that's all. So let's put this in. Obviously this tree is now going to have to move, but that's fine. Now, do I want to do that and kind of bulk it out a little bit? It makes it look too bulky, to be honest. Do I want a stairwell? That's the question, because there's going to be no reason to be out here at the back. Maybe we just need to do something funky here like this. And then maybe have the fences tucked in one block. Like this. Well, maybe not like that exactly, but sort of in one block. So behind the steps. Like that. That could work. And then sort of like in like that. That could not look too bad. It looks a little on the bulky side though. I could bring this back a little bit and just drop the fences back one. Can I get that? Yes I can. How does that look from an above angle here? Doesn't look too bad from up here, honestly. The one drawback, I think, is what it looks like underneath. It doesn't look so great, in my opinion. And the thing is, you're not going to see the stairs from if you're just going to be up there, if we're not going to have a pathway down or anything. And I do want a pathway down, so I don't think the stair idea is too useful to us, to be honest. It's a cool concept, but it's not really useful in this situation, per se. So let's bring those back, and I'm going to tear the fences up and stuff. and probably put it back to how it was, because I think that that's the best we've really got at the moment, design-wise. Let's knock this all out here. I'm going to have to knock this out to pick up the fences. Is that all the fences? Nope, there's one there. There we go, so let's just put this back here. And just to be 100% sure, no, well, maybe. It's the thought, I guess. No, I don't like that. Alright, never mind. It was just another idea. I'm just playing with concepts at the moment and different ideas and different designs to see what might work. But that didn't. So, what do we got here? Fences. Put that back. Let me see. Put that there. And this. I think that we're going to go with that for right now. It needs more tweaking, but I think I'm going to work on it off camera, to be honest, because I'm not 100% sure what I want to do with this yet entirely. So we're going to stick with that for now. Let's pick that up. We're going to stick with that, I think, because I don't really know 100% what I'm going to be doing with that just yet, as I say. So let's move on upstairs and let's see what we can do with the light in here, because we still need to work on this a little bit. And what I'm thinking of doing is sort of doing the hanging lights with the trap doors in here, possibly. Let's kind of experiment a little bit. Oh, that's going to be way too low though, isn't it? It's only going to give me 2 in terms of block height. It's only going to give me 2 blocks. I don't really want that. I could do like a recess type of lighting, where there's stairs around the block. Let me just show you. Let me see here. Wooden steps. Obviously it wouldn't be wood, but it would be stone bricks or whatever, but I don't really like that too much. This is hard. A lot of the sort of bits and pieces added onto the lab. Oh, I broke that with the wrong pick. Never mind. Because here I can do the hanging lights, no problem, because we've got enough room. It's just under this area we're fairly limited as to what we can do. Maybe I could do something up from the floor. Actually, out of glowstone. I must have left some of it downstairs, obviously. Oh wait, no, it's in my inventory. Now it's not. Now it is again. I'm sort of all over the place today. I'm not really sure why. Let's see here. Because that, as cool as it does look, it's just, I don't really like it. It's too low for my tastes. I have to run and get my silk touch picked so that I can get that back, but that's the big drawback with that. It's just too low for that area. So I've got to think up another idea for lighting. And I don't just like plonking that like that. It just doesn't look right. So what else could we do? Oh, hey, Enderman. You don't want to be in here, my friend. There we are. I'm going to think about this off camera for a moment, guys, and I will be right back. Okay, guys, so I've been working on the lab here for quite a little while, and I messed around with the lighting upstairs. I got rid of the whole fence trapdoor design. It didn't really suit the lab too much, so I've decided instead to go with something a bit like this. And these are going to be sort of like tables, where lab workers would sit and do their research for the different experiments, I guess, that we're going to have over in this portion of the lab. Now, I can't do all of this just yet. For one, because I haven't cut down enough quartz to be able to make all of these like workbenches, but also that kind of ties more into the lab decoration aspect, which we're not going to look at today as we are pretty much out of time here. So, one more thing I did, though, before we go, is I did do a little bit more work on the deck out here, as you can see. I've decided that this isn't so bad. I couldn't really do too much better. I did get some little seats in here and a table. I also got some of those flower pots and got a poppy in there and a dandelion in there. And we've got this nice little glowstone light over here as well. So, I mean, I think that that's not too bad. I can't really improve it too much more. But it's not a huge problem, really. I mean, I quite like it. Let me know any feedback you have on this. This is what it looks like from this angle. You don't really see the levers, and I'm not going to be coming out here too much, to be honest with you. Only just maybe to take a look out, and you can't even really see too much over here, so I'm not going to worry too much about what that looks like. And I think that I kind of captured what I was going for out there. So next episode, I'm not sure what we're going to work on. It will be one of three things, though. We will either work on the farm some more. We may do some work in the nether or on the branch mine. They're two similar projects, just cleaning up stuff. Or we may do some more work on the lab here and actually add some decoration. But, yeah, I mean, we've got a lot done in today's episode. It took 2 or 3 days to record and actually get this whole lab done, but I really like how it looks now as a full complete building. It'll look even better once I've got the sort of experiments and it actually populated. I did move all of the junk out of there as well and brought it back to the cabin. But I'm happy with where the lab's at now. I hope that you are too, and I hope to see you in the next episode when we will either do one of those three things. We'll either work on this, we'll work on that, or we'll do some work in the nether or in the branch mine. Just kind of cleaning stuff up. And if we do that, then we may do both, because they're quite small. But if we work on this or this, it will just be one episode. Personally, I think I'm going to work on the lab decoration next, because I really want to finish the lab, and then we'll take a look at this afterwards. So, until next time, guys, see you later, and have a good day.